Patriots complete the regular season unblemished. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady and company, yes, all sorts of records, but Tom Coughlin was there to send his team playing their best. And Eli Manning and the offense came out, Tom, with a lot of confidence. Right away, the bomb to Plexico Burress, 52 yards, first down Giants. 3rd and 10, Manning, Burress, completion at 10, first down. Then 2nd and goal at the 7. Eli's coming to Brandon Jacobs. Touchdown, the big fella. 7-0, G-Man. First touchdown allowed on the opening drive of the Patriots all year. They know the game is on. What would they do? Of course, Tom Brady would come out firing. He's like an eel to Wes Welker.
Yeah, great set of hands, but always makes the first tackler miss.
And then on a night of records, he sets a Patriots franchise record, 102 and counting catches in a year. Brady, Randy Moss, just a 5 spot. Same drive now, 3rd and 8 at the 19. And Brady with time. And overthrows Moss in the end zone. They have to settle for a Gostowski field goal. 7-3 the Giants. Antonio Pierce bringing the rush. The Giants, who lead in sacks, sack Brady, but wait a minute on the play, illegal contact.
Yeah, Corey Webster, the corner for the Giants downfield. You have to let it go after 5 yards. He doesn't, he gets called.
And so the drive stays alive, and you know they're going to pay for it. One of the unsung heroes this and every one of these winning seasons for the Patriots, the fullback, Kevin Falk. 12-yard gain, and Randy Moss down on the play. Gibber Wilson with a hit here.
Well, it's a contact sport, and Gibber reminded Randy of that.
Moss would miss 1 play. 2 plays later, now 2nd quarter, 2nd and goal. Play action pass. There he is, Moss. And Moss has given the Patriots a 10-7 lead. He himself has caught his 22nd touchdown pass, tying the great Jerry Rice in one season. Tom Brady has thrown his 49th touchdown pass, tying the great Peyton Manning. And, by the way, New England has scored more points than any other team. The old mark, the 98 Vikings, 556. But celebration a little long, and a 15-yard penalty means the Patriots have to kick off from the 15. And what could happen? Dominic Hickson up the middle. Look at him go. He could go all the way. What a start and finish of his season at opposite ends for Hickson. Member of the Broncos, had the collision with Kevin Everett at Buffalo. You know that story week 1. Now here he is, perhaps helping the Giants upset the New England Patriots. 74 yards, 14-10. Brady looking deep, look at the time. Check down to Benjamin Watson.
Yeah, Randy Moss down in numbers, clear space for Watson to the outside. Great throw by Tom Brady.
And that was 11 in a row. Then on 3rd and 4, same drive a little later, incomplete to Moss in the end zone. The ball hits the helmet of Jarris Wilkinson. And so again, pretty deep. Field goal. 16-14, though. Patriots have the lead. Eli Manning, and you're in New Jersey, so why not look to the boss, Kevin Boss, who's replaced Shockey, who's out broken leg, but on this completion, center Sean O'Hara hurt.
Yeah, you can see he gets his leg rolled up on right there. We're going to take a look at him. He walked off, but he would not return. Could have been a huge loss for the Giants.
We thought with 1.5 minutes to go, the Giants beginning this drive inside their own 20 would be trouble, but they played with confidence. And look at Brandon Jacobs plowing for 26 yards. And then Eli Manning, tick, under 1 minute to go in the half. Again, it's to Boss. 7-yard gain, and then a little shoving match. Junior Seau lying on Jacobs, trying to get up to hurry it up. That would be a flag. And then Vince Wilfork, Three Stooges-like, kind of pokes right there, Jacobs in the eye. The penalty was for holding Jacobs down. It allowed the Giants to get a timeout back that they had used, but they didn't have to because of delay of game. Eli's coming down to the 3, first down, and then 2nd and goal from the 3. Seconds left in the half. Again, it's Eli Manning. Thunder Road to the boss, Kevin Boss. A hit record, 21-16 at the half, Giants. The crowd going nuts. 3rd quarter, still the Giants lead. And now, remember what they did in the 4th quarter at Buffalo? Here's the big fella. Brandon Jacobs, 16 yards. Then he starts, it looks like they're running downhill there for a while, Tom. to the right again. Look at him bounce. And then 15 yards. First down, Giants. 3rd and 9, 19. Manning buying time. To Plexico Burris. Touchdown. And the Giants have a 2-score lead on the 15-0 Patriots, 28-16. What would the Patriots do? What do you think they're going to do? They come out firing. Tom Brady, Wes Welker, 28 yards again.
And Brady opened up that pass with the little pump fake outside. That's what broke Welker open inside.
2nd and 8 now with the 14. Brady ducks a would-be sack to Moss. It's incomplete, but flag on the play.
Yeah, you watch the face guarding right there. You're going to get that call every time, especially when you get the hands up.
Then the Patriots do get a penalty to push him back to the 6, but Lawrence, I got a gal named Bully Marone. Touchdown. Patriots within a touchdown, within 1 score, 28-23. Now 4th quarter. 2nd and 10, Pats at the 35. And Brady, as he's done so often this year, going for the downs to the angular one. Randy Moss, when he was open, but it was underthrown, and he couldn't come up with the shoestring catch. Wilson slipped, but it didn't work. So Moss had to run all the way back. Certainly they wouldn't. Oh, yes, they would. Brady, Moss, touchdown, 65 yards. The Patriots and a 2-point conversion. They have the lead, 31-28. Brady has the record, 50 touchdown passes. Moss has the record, 23 touchdown catches. But more important, the Giants now have to play from behind. And Eli, the one mistake, right there. Ellis Hobbs on the overthrow to Burris. First turnover either team, it took this long. Here come the Patriots, and Lawrence Maroney is in. So down 2 scores, now up 10, 38-28 New England. Over a minute to go. Giants trying to get back. 3rd and goal. Burris wide open. Touchdown. 38-35. The onside kick. And who has great hands? Mike Vrabel. That's why the Pro Bowl linebacker, they use him on offense, and they use him on the good hands. And the number one is, yes, they've won every game in the regular season. This one of the close ones. One of the ones that could have been lost. But the Patriots go on to make regular season history. They finish unbeaten. And the Patriots win it 38-35. And you see the Knights numbers. Brady, 32 of 42 for 356 and a pair of touchdowns. Moss caught 6 for 100. Welker caught 11 for 122. Eli had a very big game, saw him run a couple of times. He threw 4 touchdown passes. Records set left and right. But the Patriots win every game in the regular season.
It's really exciting to be a part of this football team, and what these guys did today. I think all the credit goes to the players. They stepped up. They made a lot of outstanding plays at critical times in the game, especially there in the second half and the 4th quarter. And you know, they came through like they have all year.
It's been a challenging season, and playing the Giants here on the road in a very tough environment, and being down as many as we were in the 3rd quarter, I thought it was the team showed a lot of heart and character coming back and making the plays when we needed to.
I don't really think that me breaking Jerry Rice's record was special. I think shutting you guys up is really what made it special. All the negativity and all my critics. I think that's really, you know, a good feeling to be able to come in and have a good season like this.
Wow, how does it feel when you do something that's never been done before? I can't really describe it to you. I just know there's a really great sense of accomplishment in this locker room from every single player, from the guys that cover kicks to the guys that throw touchdown passes. It took everybody to accomplish this goal. Every single person on this team, every single coach. And we're going to take a couple days and feel proud that we accomplished this.
Everyone in this locker room, that game meant something. And we wanted to seize that opportunity because it was a great opportunity in front of us. How many teams can say that they've been 15-0 and that close and let it slip through their fingers? Because I guarantee choke would have been on the TV as soon as we lost.
Hats off to us. You know, I know a lot of people didn't really think that we were going to do it, and a lot of people didn't want us to do it. But in this game of football, man, it's hard to go 16-0, man. So as a football player and as a fan of the game, man, my hats is off to this organization.
Everyone's going to enjoy this one. This happens once every 35 years, so celebrate for a couple of days and get ready to go back to work.
And so, the New England Patriots complete the 2007 regular season unbeaten at 16-0, joining the 72 Miami Dolphins, who won all 14 regular season games, then 3 postseason games to finish unblemished for the entire year.